In this episode, we're going to talk about the following. One, remember KAIZER Chiefs won their case against PSL. Well, the PSL have decided to take that case for a review. So that case is going to Johannesburg High Court very soon. Number two, interesting question has been asked by Team SUKAZI to MANTO MADLALA. He asked the question of why is MANTO MADLALA, the owner of Golden Arrows, is still the same CEO of the PSL? Remember that there was a conflict between PSL and the Golden Arrows. So I'm going to tell you something interesting that he said concerning that issue. Now, we jump into number three. Number three, BENNI McCarthy says there is some mental issues, serious mental issues at AmaZulu FC and AmaZulu camp. If that is what you are interested in, then please do stick around. Now, to those that will stick around and you are not yet subscribed, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, guys, it is free. So we are jumping into the video, guys. But before we jump into this video, guys, there is a new show that is coming up in South Africa. It will, the first video will be uploaded on the 3rd of April. I just want to let you hear the 30 seconds of this video and tell me what you think after that. And guys, you will find the link in the video description where you just click and remember to subscribe in that YouTube channel. Take a listen or take a look at this one.
This is unscripted debate. I impregnated you mistakenly. Now I must take the responsibility because it's your choice and your body.
It's your seed and you must take care of it.
Why are you running?
I know it's a mistake, therefore I'm coming with a solution of which is to terminate the baby.
Your solution only saves you, doesn't save me.
Raising a baby is not cheap.
I am the one.
It's your body, your choice. Why can't it be my finances, my choice with my finances?
I hope you found that very interesting. So if that was interesting, then please just check in the comment section below. You'll find the link just in the description below. You'll find the link and just subscribe. Let's first start with Team SUKAZI, because what Team SUKAZI is saying, it actually linked to the case between KAIZER Chiefs and the PSL. So Team SUKAZI asked a very pregnant question, and he says, he asked this question: we have serious impartialities issues here. I'm saying, for example, you have two facts. A CEO of the league owning a club. This is clear conflict. The issue of Golden Arrows, for example, having been charged for improper registering a player. So now you've got a club owned by the CEO of the league, charged by the league via its prosecutor, Advocate Majavu, who reports to his boss, the CEO of the league, which is MANTO MADLALA, the owner of Golden Arrows. Wow. Team SUKAZI, he reasons like a lawyer here. He shows that he is a mature lawyer here. He asked this question, guys. I thought I need to read it the way he says it. I want to read it again for you guys. What an interesting analysis there. We have serious impartialities issues here. I'm saying, for example, we have a club. This is clear conflict. The issue of Golden Arrows, for example, having been charged for improper registering a player. So now you've got a club owned by the CEO of the league, charged by the league via its prosecutor, Advocate Majavu, who reports to his boss, the CEO of the league, which is MANTO MADLALA, the owner of Golden Arrows. What an interesting analysis. Perhaps that is what is affecting KAIZER Chiefs right now. Remember that Golden Arrows is yet to play with KAIZER Chiefs at the second leg, which is based on the outcome. So now one will say, how do you manage the conflict of interest? In fact, I believe that Team SUKAZI is raising a very important point here. It was better the time when the CEO of the league was not from the league or did not own any club from the league itself, but it was somebody who does not have football. It was better, but right now we believe that the judgment, every outcome of every judgment is to favor Golden Arrows or Orlando Pirates, because those that are in a superior position at the league, they own Orlando Pirates and they own Golden Arrows, which is unfair to the other people. Let's jump into the KAIZER Chiefs issue, guys, before we get into BENNI McCarthy, which is going to be our last discussion in this one. Now, you remember that I said KAIZER Chiefs have been notified that the PSL have taken the decision to take that matter into review. So they are heading toward Johannesburg High Court for a review. So I'm gonna say something just when I am done with reading the statement coming from KAIZER Chiefs, because I think it is important for me to read the statement so that you don't have to say I manufactured the facts, but the facts are here itself. KAIZER Chiefs have got this to say: KAIZER Chiefs is shocked and bewildered by the recent news reaching the club. Despite a lack of formal communication from the league, which one would expect, the club has been informed of the PSL Executive Committee's resolution to review the arbitration award of Advocate Nazir, which was handed down on Friday, 18 March 2022. The arbitration awarded correctly decided that the interruption in the club's performance for the two missed December fixtures was temporarily halted by via major. That is an overwhelming, anticipated and unpreventable event created by Omicron. Notwithstanding the fair outcome and the cost awarded to those affected by the organizing of these two matches, it appears the league is dissatisfied with the outcome and intends to review it, which in a view of setting aside the award in the High Court. This unfortunate step has taken the club by surprise. As it is doing so, the league is in breach of its own constitution and rule, as well as SAFA statute, which frown upon the court system for resolving football disputes. The club will have no choice but to defend such a challenge, as it is of a view that the arbitrator came to the lawful and reasonable conclusion that it would have been negligent, if not reckless, for the club to field team for the two games, and that KAIZER Chiefs acted as a responsible employer in the circumstances. The matter shall soon be subjectized, and the club shall not give any further comment in this regard. We trust that the football-loving community will provide the club with a necessary respect and support required in attending to this matter. A very interesting. I think it is very clear. You don't need me to do a little bit of analysis there. But there is something that I just want you to highlight here, is the fact that it was wrong, and everybody criticized Royal AM for jumping into the court of the land and never followed the process until the end, then jump into the court of the land. But suddenly the PSL themselves are the ones who are jumping into the court of the land. Now, a question has been asked to KAIZER Chiefs, why didn't you follow the DC and all the stuff? And KAIZER Chiefs says no, but still SAFA is still within the structure, or within, SAFA, yes, within the whole structure. It is a system that is established to resolve cases. So it's not like we jumped the PSL to the court of the land, but we jumped the PSL into the higher structure, being SAFA. And SAFA gave us the outcome. Why it will be a problem? Why are you taking this matter to the court of the land when you have a problem with others taking these football matters to the court of the land? That is very much profound for me, and I'm still going to tell you that KAIZER Chiefs will win this case again, because if it goes to the land, then it will be measured against the constitution of this country. And if KAIZER Chiefs obey the constitution of this country, there's no way the PSL can win. And I've always emphasized over the fact that in the case where an organization policy is clashing with the constitution will take or will be preferred, and in fact not even preferred, will be used against the policy of that organization. So I don't see the PSL winning this one, no matter what. I don't see them winning this case, no matter how much they like to. But let's compare to BENNI saying that his players have got mental issues. I think it's mental thing. It is mental thing, because if someone who went to Europe didn't want to play 1 or 2 seasons, I wanted to complete my career in Europe because that was the best for me and for my family. Makar was talking to the media after the CAF Champions League. So I knew every year that I had to be better, because I will be out of the door. I did it for 15 years because I wanted it, and that it was my prayer to do it, to stay on top. You can't depend on last season's performance, because every year there are young stars coming in. There are no challenges, and you have to rise to the occasion. You have to improve and do and be better. Don't be too comfortable the way you are. And that's the difference. In the South African thing, when you have a good season, you think you have arrived. You don't want to get more success. Name one player who has managed to be consistent for 3 seasons. One player. I can give you one player that has been consistent, but why is there only one? Why can't we have more like in Europe, like Kylian Mbappe? He has been consistent and is becoming next CR7 or Messi. Tamazane has been consistent for years. Every season goes higher and higher. But now many other players can't. Look, I can point out for that. So it is South African thing that it one season you think that you have arrived and you want to change it. I want players to understand life is not about having the best season. It's in 1 year. That is very much interesting. That is very much profound. So it says that it is a mental issue with South African. BENNI has been complaining over the fact that the players at AmaZulu, they are no longer the same. They are no longer doing what they used to do previously. They are no longer giving their all. They are no longer interested to become the better version of themselves. That's why the team is struggling. So, having said all, guys, with regards to the issue of KAIZER Chiefs and the PSL and the team Sugas, what an interesting, very interesting analysis from Team Sugas. I thought that he reasoned like a lawyer. So it then takes us to the KAIZER Chiefs issue to say it affects Golden Arrows. So we are expecting MADLALA, the CEO, to to carry on the interest of the league without involving Golden Arrows. At the same time, we are expecting the owner of Golden Arrows, MADLALA, to take the interest as they are fighting against KAIZER Chiefs and to be independent from PSL. There is no way that's going to be possible. She is always going to be biased, and there's no way that this will be balanced, guys. I don't know, but I think the Team Sugas raised a very critical point here. What's your take, guys? But for me, I said it from the start that, guys, there's no way that the Golden Arrows issue will be friendly. Let's take, for instance, the issue of fans being at the stadium. Remember that we also said that the problem with that is that the same sponsors or the same official sponsor of the league is actually the same company that bought the right to broadcast this. So if fans are not at the stadium, they are the ones who are benefiting. So in this case, you've got Golden Arrows, who is actually supposed to play against KAIZER Chiefs. Now you've got the CEO of the PSL, who is supposed to fight KAIZER Chiefs, independent of Golden Arrows, and then the owner of Golden Arrows must fight KAIZER Chiefs, independent of the PSL. But it is the same CEO. That's not gonna happen, guys. That's why if you look at the issue of DSTV and the issue of MANTO MADLALA, it's actually the same thing. You know what I'm saying? There's a conflict of interest. I still believe that she's going to be biased in her approach to this situation. Also with Dr. Ivan, because I think as much as they've done very well in thus far, but I think they need to look at this in a long run to say this is going to affect the league going forward. We need to find independent people that can represent the league and represent the club. We represent the club, and then we get to report to them to get the point. I think in that way it becomes a little bit interesting. And like I said previously, that the same Zola Majavu reports to, or his boss is Dr. Ivan Khoza, MANTO MADLALA. So there's no way that he can easily go against them. There is no way. There's no way. So Team Sugas raised the point that I raised long time ago, that there is a conflict of interest in the PSL, and they are actually